Hi Leo, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy, and this is your general reading for the first half of October 2019. Welcome to everyone here. Thanks for taking the time to tune in today, newcomers, first timers, and welcome back to followers and subscribers. As always, thank you for all of your time and efforts, for all of your support, feedback, comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. Always welcome and always appreciated. And a big shout out to all of my clients out there for keeping me so busy with personal readings. It is always an honor and always a pleasure to read for you. If any of you are interested in scheduling a personal reading with me, live or recorded, you can get more information and contact details by clicking on the description link below. I offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I'm quite blessed to be able to do readings full-time, 6 days a week. It's all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with people's schedules and getting them readings set up as quickly as possible. And I can usually respond to your initial inquiry with more information within the same day or the first 24 hours. So email me if you're interested and we'll go from there. Okay, this reading is for the fire sign of Leo, our lovely lions, for the first half of October 2019. As many of you know, general readings always resonate a little differently for everyone watching. So watch your other sign videos as well if you know your rising sign, moon sign, Venus sign, if you're cross-watching for someone else. All are welcome here. But watching your other signs can also provide additional clarification and just get kind of a bigger look at what's going on in your life. Okay, Leo, let's see what the first half of October 2019 has in store for you. Okay, Leo, we begin with the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the Seven of Cups. We have the Two of Cups, followed by the Nine of Wands. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy for the first half of October is the Seven of Pentacles. So Leo, you have two sevens. You have the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, which are kind of opposite ends of energy here. Sevens can represent both the thing that we want, the thing that we're waiting for, working for, and hoping for. Although here the Seven of Pentacles is much more grounded because it's earth energy, and the Seven of Cups is not so grounded because it's water energy. So the overall energy for the first half of October is the Seven of Pentacles. Pentacles is earth energy, and this is all about the earthly tangible things in our life, or the efforts that we put into attaining those. Pentacles is governed by the element of earth, and it's about what makes us, the structure of our life, feel solid and stable and secure and safe to us. So it often represents things like money, finance, property, resources, assets, good, steady, jobs, long-term careers, long-term stable relationships, things like that make us feel stable and secure. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of reflection and assessment. This is a card that indicates, versus the Seven of Cups, the proper way to wait and work for what you're trying to manifest. Because it's harvest time on this card, and this woman has put a lot of effort. She planted the seed, she grew the tree, she carefully tended, nurtured, fed, watered, pruned, did everything she needed to grow this crop. Now, it's not a 10. 10s would represent cycle completion or fulfillment, a cycle coming to an end. It's a 7, which represents a good harvest. But again, 7s are cards that can represent a sense of what you want, what you're working for, and what you're waiting for. The indication on this card, this woman is trying to make up her mind before she harvests what she's grown. Do I continue doing the same thing? Taking a look at the effort you've put into something and what you've gotten back out as a result of those efforts. Did you get what you expected to get back from your efforts? Did you get less? Are you feeling like you're getting less than the effort you've put into it? If so, do you want to just take everything that you've gotten from this so far and leave and start something new, or someone new, someplace else, a different set of circumstances? Do you stay and make changes to see if you can take the 7 to a 10 and get a complete harvest? or are you satisfied with keeping it the way that it is? So it's a card of reflection and contemplation on, I think for many of you, it's a relationship situation because we have the Two of Cups here. It could be work or a project of some kind, but I think for many of you, it's relationship. So it looks like the first half of October, you're kind of thinking, thinking about everything you've put into this connection, this relationship. Thinking about what you've gotten back for everything that you've given, and trying to make a decision on where to go with this relationship, if anywhere at all, based on that. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups here. So the Knight of Pentacles, Knights always represent changes coming in. They can represent offers and opportunities, the speed at which situations move. This Knight of Pentacles represents change, or the offer or opportunity of change, but he's slower than his other three brother knights because he's governed by the element of earth. So the Knight of Pentacles represents sometimes this represents a tangible offer coming in, or a change that would make a difference in your tangible life. The Knight of Pentacles can sometimes show up for job offers, stable love offers. But he's a bit more cautious. He's slower moving. He's slower to commit. And sometimes the Knight of Pentacles can be a bit defensive too. In the Gilded Tarot, which is what I'm using, he is, he's prepared. And that's one thing the Knight of Pentacles does. He doesn't rush forward spontaneously like the Knight of Wands does, because the Knight of Wands is fueled by fire. The Knight of Pentacles is the Knight of Earth. So he's well guarded, he's well prepared, he's covered every details, he pauses from time to time to look around to make sure there's no threats. He's very cautious in moving forward, and it can represent something coming in that feels like it's moving very slowly. And this can also represent what you're wanting, what you're waiting for, because I do get this sense, Leo, that you are waiting for something. There's something that you want that you're waiting for, and I feel like you've been waiting for it for a long time in regards to this connection, this relationship. We do have the Two of Cups next to the Knight of Pentacles, the traditional soulmate card. It represents someone that you have a very strong karmic connection with. It can be, sometimes the Two of Cups can represent kindred spirits, best friends. They can represent someone that you have a karmic connection with, meaning that there's, some lesson, some important part of your evolution and their evolution that draws you back together again, sometimes time and time again. Sometimes it's a person initially you don't even like. The Two of Cups can represent a love romance karmic connection as well, or best friends, which transition into that. Fundamentally, the Two of Cups represents a very strong connection you feel to another human being, whether or not it's romance based or not. So I feel like for many of you, there's something that you want and something that you're waiting for and that you have been waiting for in regards to this relationship. And it feels like you've been waiting a long time, and I feel like there's been times where you've thought it was coming and then it hasn't. And I feel like you're now at probably at a crossroads, I think many of you, trying to decide, okay, if this is how it's going to be, what do I do? So you're faced with some choices here. And the Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups, like the Seven of Pentacles, is a card at looking at things. But the Seven of Pentacles, you're looking at things, the work and the effort you've actually put into this relationship, this connection. The Seven of Cups, Cups is governed by the element of water. So this is emotional energy. It's energy of the heart. It's also energy of, relationships, lovely mercurial energy. But it can also be quite unstable. The Seven of Cups is a card that represents considering a lot of different alternatives. It can represent, considering lots of different temptations. It's a watery, dreamy, illusionary energy. It can represent, building castles in the sky, daydreaming, fantasizing about all the different things, the promise and potential, but it's not really reality based. Each of these cups is filled with something strange, beautiful, perfect, wonderful. But the fact that it's water energy, the Seven of Cups can represent, they might be temptations as well. You might be bored. You might be bored waiting for this offer to come in. You might still be fooling yourself that something is possible when in fact it might not be, because the Seven of Cups is a card that's somewhat fantasy based, building castles in the sky. Each of these cups that's filled with something, beautiful and perfect and strange can represent something that you want, some fantasy or something that you envision happening, but it has little or no basis in reality, actually, versus the Seven of Pentacles, where each one of these 7 pentacles represents actual work you've put into manifesting something. The Seven of Cups, this energy is all, you know, kind of in here. And it can sometimes represent imagining what something is going to be and how beautiful and perfect it's going to be, but it's perhaps not grounded in reality. I feel like a lot of you are tired in this relationship, tired of waiting, tired of wanting, tired of hoping for something that just doesn't seem to be materializing. Some of you might be holding on to the hope that whatever it is you're wanting and waiting for is coming, but you're not really being all that realistic about it, because the Seven of Cups can represent, you know, the Seven of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles can represent waiting for something, but you're fooling yourself that it might be coming, you know, that it's actually going to come in. Because I feel like a lot of you have been at this for some time. And again, I think many of you, this is a romantic relationship of some kind. You may be waiting for an actual real commitment from them. What that commitment is, I mean, it's a general reading. It's always going to resonate a little differently, so it's going to be different. It might be moving in together. It might be getting married, you know, taking it to the next stage, a real level of solid commitment here. And I feel like you guys are just tired. Next to the Seven of Cups and right under the Two of Cups, we have the Nine of Wands, which is a card, you know, it's sometimes referred to as the Wounded Warrior card. This man is obviously a soldier. What do soldiers do? They fight battles. This Nine of Wands, he feels like he was pretty close. Tens represent cycle completion. We're at the 9 here. So there's another obstacle. This grouping of wands behind this person represents an obstacle they've run into, maybe unexpectedly. Just when they thought, you know, that the end was in sight, they've withdrawn a bit, sunk down, depressed, discouraged. Oh my gosh, am I ever going to be through with this? How can I get through this? Should I even try? Should I give up? Often this card is about pushing through. It's about, you know, it's darkest before dawn. It's you know, the 11th hour card. It often represents pushing through because you're almost to the end of a cycle of something. But I just get the sensation that a lot of you are just tired. You're tired of waiting for this. You've put in a lot of work. You've put in a lot of effort into this connection, this relationship. For some of you, it might be a project of some kind. Maybe the relationship is a project of some kind. And I think for those of you who've been waiting for this commitment, I mean, for some of you, you could reverse it. It could be the other person you're with waiting for a commitment from you. But I feel like for a lot of you, you've been waiting for something and maybe getting just enough to kind of keep you in there and just enough to kind of keep you thinking that it's coming, you know, kind of keep you in the Seven of Cups energy. But you're just at the point, I feel like a lot of you are at a crossroads or right in front of a crossroads here, and you're trying to figure out, you know, am I living in la la land here? Is what I want with this person really going to come to fruition? Should I be patient? You know, here's the Seven of Pentacles energy. Should I be patient? Should I keep working at it? If I'm not going to get this commitment, if this harvest is going to stop at a 7, am I willing to live with that? Can I be happy with that? I feel like it's probably time that there is a conversation, and you may have had these conversations with this person before, that, you know, it's been enough time. This is what I want this is what I want in my life with this relationship, or with the relationship that's right for me. Can we have this or not? Not, you know, oh, I need more time or whatever, because I feel like a lot of time has gone into this. And then you need to make your decisions based on that. I mean, I'm not really here to give advice per se, especially not in a general reading, because this is going to resonate differently for everyone. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but it feels like it's been dragging on quite a while. So it's about you trying to make decisions moving forward based on this, instead of I think Leo, that you've spent, especially you, Leo, have spent enough time and enough effort, and that it's time to decide what you want to do in this relationship. If you're not going to get this commitment, then you need to decide whether or not maybe you love this person so much you're just willing to live with that and be happy, if you can. If if in your own life you need a relationship that goes to the 10, then you possibly may have some difficult decisions to make. And, I have to say, too, that for some of you, and I understand the energy, for some of you, you may have been putting in so much effort and waiting so long. The Seven of Cups can represent temptation coming from other areas, too, because, you're just tired, where you're at. Let's pull some interesting reading. Let's pull an advice card. So let's see what should Leo do with this energy in the first half of October? What is the advice for Leo? The King of Pentacles, right. So this is about being realistic. This is about not living in these cups or being tempted by what's in these cups. This is about making the decision based on what is actually real, what is tangible, and what has been manifested or not manifested. Because kings and queens represent individuals who have mastered their suit. So in this tangible earth energy world of pentacles, solidity, stability, security, and everything that represents, the King of Pentacles has gotten to where he's gotten, the top of that pile. He understands that it's all about putting in the work, putting in the effort. And the King of Pentacles would not be where he is by putting a long period of extended effort into something that was showing no manifestation of the goal that he was attempting to achieve. This is somebody who understands the work that it goes into getting to a place of stability and security. So it's about making decisions based on what's realistic and what's practical and what's you've actually have to show for the efforts that you've been putting into this connection or this relationship. So it's not to say, look, okay, well, if I don't have everything I really ultimately wanted, then I need to disconnect myself from this relationship. It may be that for some of you, but the advice being the King of Pentacles represents that you need to take a look seriously at the level of effort and work and length of time that you've put into this connection, this relationship, or this project, and be very realistic about it. And that means actually getting a realistic answer from the other person, not this, I don't know, I'm not sure what I want, I need more time, or whatever, whatever it is for those of you who are watching for whom this resonates. It's about if you won't get an answer from this person after this length of time and effort, then you need to be the one to make the decision. And the decision for you is going to be, okay, are we going to move forward or not? If you can't give me an answer, then I need to make a decision based on what I need to feel joyful and fulfilled, whether that's perhaps lowering your expectations to live happily the way that it is. If you can't do that, then it's about perhaps making decisions to separate from this person. And maybe that separation will be temporary, and maybe it would be permanent. Because if what you want and the person that you love doesn't want the same thing, then that's not the person that you're supposed to be with at this time. Because it wouldn't be mismatched like that. Maybe this person needs time by you just leaving, because sometimes separations like that can be temporary and sometimes it can be permanent. And some of you may in fact decide that, because I feel like this person is my soulmate, my person, my karmic connection, I'm not going to leave, I can't leave, so I'm just going to find a way to be happy with my Seven of Pentacles, with the harvest that I have right now. But being realistic about it, because the advice of manifesting the energy of the King of Pentacles means being realistic, not the Seven of Cups energy. It's not about, waiting for something that hasn't come yet and might not come, but living in the fantasy that it's going to be there. It's about making decisions based on what's realistic and what you're able to do or not do moving forward. Interesting reading, Leo. So, Leo, that is your reading for the first half of October 2019. I hope that those of you watching found it helpful and useful. Again, if any of you, if this video resonated for you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something in your life, or if any of the videos do, just click on the description link below for more info and contact details about a personal reading. I offer a wide variety of readings: love and romance, relationship compatibility, career, work and finance, investment, gift readings, 6 and 12-month overviews, a variety of different readings. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the October 2019 mid-month readings. And until then, Leo, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.